Your eyes do not deceive you. That is an electric locomotive in Derail Valley. Yes, the modders beat the devs to electrification, Derail Valley. This is actually insane. So, what's up, guys? So, I'm doing something a little different from the hardcore series today. It's about a while since when's the last time I checked out Derail Valley mod? I think it was that Forgotten Rails map. But we're back to doing it again. We're back on the normal map, only something's changed. Got some wires now, some overhead wires, and we got a freaking electric locomotive. Look at that. That's awesome. So, this is the, what's the name of the mod? The 2WE3. Yeah, that. It's that. And yeah, it's this very cool electric locomotive. It's definitely, I assume it takes inspiration from the German E94. Very German looking. Although I will admit, it also kind of has a Soviet vibe to it. Like those headlights look straight off of VL80 and the sort of 2-unit design going on. So, looks like a bit of like a... Looks like a mix between like a German and a Soviet locomotive, but it's very cool. We even got this wire up here, and what that does is they have some wires going off to the side of the track so you can actually load cargo above it too. So very cool. We're gonna give this thing a run. I already set everything up because it is a bit complicated setting it up. Let's also probably set my camera position too while I'm at it. Setting things so like you have to run into the other cab. It's kind of weird when you change cabs. The lights just sort of spawn in. Have to set some switches. It may sound, I don't know, maybe it's not that bad, but I decided to just do the process myself. The mod does come with a manual that helps you kind of know what you're doing. I also installed another mod too that adds some extra liveries to it, because the base one that comes with the mod isn't the best, but I mean, I'm not trying to discredit the mod creator. This is very, very impressive stuff here, but there are some better livery mods out there, too. Like if I, let's see, repaint and just put in regular version. It's not as high quality as you can see, but we got a couple different ones to choose from. This one looks pretty nice, too, but I kind of like this one, the green and red, so we're gonna stick with it. And yeah, let's get this thing rolling. I just chose a random train to haul. It says now I'm not quite sure if on the book it's labeled, says 750 tons on 2%. I don't know if that's for each unit or both units combined. I am going to assume it's for both units combined, so that would be 1,500 tons, not bad at all. This is, I chose, which one did I choose? I think I chose this one, this is 900, so we'll be finding out. Although we're not bringing it to the harbor since the entire map is not electrified. The only parts of the map that are the steel mill, some of the farm, but not much of it. But steel mill, not sure about the oil well, not the goods factory, but the food factory, no, some of the iron mine and the coal power plant. So, very small section of the map, but I think that's good. It keeps things balanced and whatnot. So, let's take this beast for a spin. I did, mess around with it a little bit. Really, all I did was, just oh yeah, I already got the whistle too, because it has a whistle. All I really did was just test to make sure it works and whatnot, but I'm still not quite sure how to drive it. Well, kinda, I mean, there we go, we're moving, but I don't quite know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I know these are the brakes. I know this is the throttle, that's a reverser, that's about it. That's the whistle. Also, and yeah, since this is just sandbox mode, just test it, get my bearings with it. I want to see if it's worthy of adding it to my career session. I think it very well could be, but I want to test and see. Scare lights turned on. Nearly hit all the traffic. Got our gauge lights on. So, I know they also have like neutral sections on here too. It's a very impressive mod, I must say. I have no idea what any of that means. For all I know, the locomotive might be ready to blow up, so that's why I'm doing it in, you know, sandbox mode, but I do have a manual with me next to me, so... Did I read through this to begin with? Absolutely not. I'm just going into it blind. Is that a neutral section right there? Is it gonna blow up on me? I don't know. We seem to be fine. Accelerating very slowly, but it's definitely got some serious pulling power. It's also got a jog mode too, which is really cool, where it runs off of just like the locomotive's battery, like I guess whatever's been charged up, and that way you can put into like sidings and whoa, something happened. The wires are down. I don't think that's supposed to happen, is it? Is this section ahead not electrified? There are no wires up ahead. I should check for that. Like, the posts are there, but no wires? Alright, that's interesting. Like I said, I'm kind of just going to this blind, seeing how it turns out, and... we're still rolling quite a bit, but yeah, there's just, like, no wires. Looks like the pantograph's trying to go back up, but it has nothing to go back up to, so... let's just lower that. There you go. Just let it roll, I guess. What's the purpose of that? Beats me. I don't think we're gonna make it. Well, at least that gives you time to read the manual. Okay, so very, quickly reading the manual as we're kind of just rolling on with no power. Basically, it's a tap changer. That's how it works. So, got used to those on, like, Train Sim World and whatnot. Still don't know exactly what that does. Should I be messing around with it? Probably not, but it's not like I have any power, so... It selects how much power you want to use, so putting that to P will give us maximum power. Does it just roll with no wires? Like, the posts are there. There should be wires here, I'd assume. Yeah, that's where the wires start up again. So, why there's a giant gap here kinda beats me, but... Do we just see if we can roll it? Or... might have to just give it a tow or something. Can I... Ish. Even with the ability to dash, I still can't get back on the train. So, yeah, I don't know why there's a giant gap. Still don't know what this is. Well, I guess I might make it. I just need a ton of speed. I feel like they might be nerfing it a little bit too hard. Alright, so looking at the manual, that is the field control. What is that? I have no clue. I know this mod also charges you. Oh, I went onto the wrong track. We might be cooked. I guess I'm just gonna have to tow it with a diesel real quick, so... Oops. Alright, so we are back on electrified territory, and it's starting to rain. Oh well, I didn't enable a setting that allows us to control the weather. But this is where we are. So basically, this entire straight section is unelectrified, so don't get stuck there. Anyways, now we can put that in the P section. That'll give us more power. This is our field weakener, and I guess that works kind of like a gear shift. Still kind of figuring that one out. Yeah, hopefully we won't need that. Still getting used to this thing. It's a bit more complicated than I was expecting. I don't think the main circuit breaker is on, is it? That explains it. That's why we weren't moving at all. And also why it was eerily quiet. Alright, a little bit more power. Come on, I believe in you. Alright, maybe give it some sand? Where is the sander? There it is. There we go, we're moving now. Sounds like... Why are the handbrakes applied? I didn't even touch them. That's still good to go. Yeah, why are those applied? There we go. Alright, sand is no longer needed. So I guess it's not fully compatible with the rail driver, but oh well. Maybe we do need sand, actually. But hey, we're making a lot more power this time, that's for sure. Yeah, the rain is definitely going to be putting us to the test. I guess you don't need the field weakening, but I guess it makes it easier to drive. I don't know. If you're more advanced. I'm not advanced enough for that. It's just... I don't know. Enjoy the ride. Look at that. We got electrics in Derail Valley before build 100. Unbelievable. In the best way possible. Alright, bit more sand. We're doing good, though. But definitely easy to wheel slip, that's for sure. I want to do at least one normal run, then we can crash it later and see what happens. Assuming I don't crash it on my quote-unquote normal run. Alright, still need more sand. Bit more. Temperature-wise, we're doing good. I I forget what the speed limit is on this part of the line. Alright, no more sand is needed. There is no sand gauge on this. You just kind of gotta pray you don't run out. It would be cool if there was more of an in-game tutorial, or if the mod creator put out like a video tutorial. So far all we got is just a PDF manual, but it's definitely better than nothing. Alright, 60, maybe give it a bit more power. We got places to be. Never mind. I guess that was enough. Not sure why that red light is lit up. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I assume that's probably not a good thing. What is also not a good thing is our speed. We really need to slow down here. And I'm not sure if just shutting off the throttle entirely is a good thing to do. Probably not. But this game can have quite unforgiving speed limit changes, so sometimes you just don't have a choice. But I do want to say, though, this mod is very, very, very impressive. I feel like I think it might be a little too nerfed in some areas. Like, I know the mod creators try and keep things balanced by having not the entire map electrified, but at the same time, like, you know, I want to get use out of it too. So I feel like that one straight section between the oil well and the steel mill should absolutely be electrified. But still, I think that's the one thing. I feel like the rest of it is balanced pretty well. But yeah, if the mod creator, if you are watching this video, this is fantastic mod, really. Are these lapping brakes? I think they might be. Oh, we're coming around this corner tight. Going way over, too. Oh yeah, I forgot we got, we do have dynamic brakes on here. So, let's give those a test. Yeah, I'm testing this in sandbox mode because I think I haven't played on too much, but still, I think I've played on enough to know that, yes, I do want to use this in career mode eventually, so. Oh my god, we are not slowing down at all. Did I do something wrong? I think I did something wrong. How did I not derail? Maybe we can save that for another time. Just drive it the old-fashioned way and use the regular brakes. Is it still at 30? Because I'm going like 40. I'm surprised I haven't derailed yet. Alright, is that like a neutral section? I think it is. Do I have to lower my pantograph? I don't know. That's set the right way, right? Yes, it is. We're just gonna be going all the way to the power plant, and what direction am I supposed to? Is the entire yard full? I think the entire yard might be full. The entire yard is full. And something happened. I think I went over a neutral section. I've never gone through so much sand in this game before. Alright, well, crisis averted, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. The pantograph's down. Alright, let's slowly back this up. Let's not so slowly back this up. I'm just gonna set it to fast notching because I'm impatient. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Why has it gone so quiet? Did I break it already? No, I don't think so. Oh, the back is taking some damage. Probably from, whatever I was doing. Is this the... Is it... What the... Oh, I think I, like, completely went over voltage or something. Is that what I did? So, I have come to the scientific conclusion that my tomfoolery from earlier has broken the original locomotive. So, we got ourselves a new one, which is not acting broken this time. We also try out a different livery too. I really like this red livery. Also changes up the interior too, and I think that, I don't know if that support beam for the side pantograph was there before, but interior is different. Although, ditch lights, the ditch lights, that is incorrectly spelled. That should be TH, not SH. Might be a mistranslation, I'm not entirely sure. But we're back at it. Let's continue our journey. We're wheel slipping for a moment. Yeah, I think I just broke the old locomotive because I got to move like 10 feet, but this black needle just kept falling down. I just could not get the thing to move. But here we go. It is raining again though. But we got a really steep uphill here. That'll make things interesting. Should have put in a climbometer gadget to see how steep it really is. A bit more power. So, this thing's definitely got some serious pulling power, so I think it is safe to assume that, this booklet here is counting a single unit, so a single unit has however much tonnage, but yeah, it can pull, there are a couple that can do more, but it can pull quite a bit. not many. It's probably cheaper to operate too. I know you do pay for electricity, which is very cool that the mod creator incorporated that, so it is practical in career mode. Unfortunately, the now the catenary masks, I will admit they could look better. I feel like just that, I don't know, they're too bright looking. They also don't have collisions, but that's okay. Shouldn't expect too much from a mod. Still a very amazing mod. But I could still definitely learn a lot about this locomotive, like with field weakening and all that jazz. I'm still figuring that part out. Do I still need sand? Yes, I still need sand. We could use a bit more power. What happens if I change modes while I'm moving? Is that bad? Probably is, but could use some more power. Alright, maybe that's too much power. Nah, can never have enough power. We got places to be. Maybe that was too much power. So I think from my understanding, basically field weakening is a way to like have better control over the power, and you can pull more without using as much electricity, something like that. All right, how much damage do we do? Only 1%. We're fine. We're fine. Totally fine. Use a bit more. I think that's enough. I don't want exploding again. But yeah, we're making it up the hill. I think this is actually, yeah, this is over. I think this is over. What was this, a 900-ton train? So yeah. Maybe I think of it. I think I was reading it wrong. Maybe this D8, I think that's the only one that's really more powerful than it, because combined, that's, what is that? About 1,300, so, yeah, it's as strong as you're gonna get, so, definitely, like I said before, some serious pulling power. Although, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be multiple unit compatible, so would that make it too overpowered if it was? I'm not entirely sure, actually. But I'd assume it's a lot cheaper to operate. Yeah, maintenance score is a 4. Wow. Let's take the D8 mod, for example. It's a 3.7. E8's 3.2. The only ones that getting higher steam locomotives, so it's definitely cheaper to operate, that's for sure. What about the good old D6? What's that at? Yeah, 3.2. So, it's definitely better in that regard. We can also use a bit more power now. We made it up that steep hill. Or I should stop wasting all my sand. It should have plenty, though. Nah, it's getting steep, though. little bit toasty, but we're hanging in. Yeah, probably not good to get up above the yellow, because, well, we already had a demonstration on what happens. So overall, I'd say this mod is very fantastic. I think really the only thing is I don't like how there's a gap in the wires heading north of the steel mill. Okay, like I said a million times, I think the mod author tried a little too hard to nerf it. But, I mean, I haven't tried in career mode yet. Maybe it really is just that overpowered. We'll see. And start speed. And now alright, that's a neutral section, I think, is it? So, I think there is a moment where there'll be no power. Do I have to do anything? I think. What happens? Oh yeah, I can't use power or else the circuit breaker will go kaboom. Kaboom. And that did damage it a tiny bit, so can't use any power on those neutral sections. I assume with more modern electric locomotives, it just kind of does that for you, but this is an old school, old-fashioned one. Does it say what year it was built? 1981? That seems way too new. I think the one it's based off, like the E94 or whatever is, I think that dates back to like the 40s or something. This is definitely way older than the 80s. Just get used, so I do have to pay attention for that stuff. It's probably better to let notch down. I assume that puts less wear on it, but you know, sometimes you're in a hurry and you can't wait for that. Gotta admit though, this game does look it does look really nice in the rain. I feel like I don't do runs in the rain all that often, but it does look pretty good. Can we open the window? Yes, we can. I'm not sure what the speed limit is here. I'll just let coast, give it a break. So, even if you don't have to worry about running out of fuel, you're still using energy, and you do have to pay for that. I feel like I was speeding in that section. That felt like a sharp corner. All of this definitely makes me very excited for Build 100 when we get proper electrics. Hopefully the author of this mod is still around to keep it updated and we can still use this beauty when we get the actual electric update. I know a while back in before the simulator days, back in Overhaul, there was a really cool dual mode Vectron mod. Unfortunately, I don't think the mod creator is active anymore because now would be the perfect time to reintroduce it. You can use the dual mode functionalities. Alright, so this point, I'm 99% sure these are lapping brakes. I am getting used to it. And since non-hardcore mode, I can actually see my position on the map. So, I think we'll deliver this thing to the coal power plant. We have to go right of the machine factory. It actually might be my first time I've ever taken that segment of track now that I think about it. Alright. Give it some more power now. Takes some time getting used to. It is a bit of a challenge, that's for sure. But very strong and overall pretty fun to drive. It's starting to get a bit dark. Probably go full headlights now. Now we're getting to some faster sections, but oh, there is a sharp curve coming up, so maybe I should notch down. It's 90 here, but actually, no way, I still got some room, so forget it. Full power. Just push the limits, have some fun. But, and it's about to slow down. Maybe not. Maybe I can finally test out the dynamics. See how they work. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Never mind. Old-fashioned brakes it is. Alright, and I know not the entirety of this iron mine is electrified. I have to be careful. I think I'm still speeding. At least there's no gap in the wires like back at Food Factory. Yeah, I still have to figure out the whole dynamic brake thing. How much damage did I do? 97%. Oh, it's still sparking. That's not good. And now it's a 40. Do I just turn off the breaker? In a tunnel, I can't see it, but... I feel like I'm gonna have the same problem that was happening to me last time happen again. But maybe turning it off would help. But we kind of need the power again. Yeah, nope, it's still, something is definitely very much wrong with it. We're still 97%, not that bad. Oh, it's still in dynamic braking mode. Oh no, I took the wrong turn again. I wasn't paying attention. How many times has that happened now? Too many times. If I put... Yeah, it's still sparking. Alright, gonna have to tow it with yet another diesel. Really gotta pay attention driving this thing. Guess that's where the dispatcher license really comes in handy. Well, I backed up back onto the electrified line, and sure enough, yes, I did break it again. So this is the third locomotive we've went through in this video, and I wasn't even trying to break it. These cab lights are kind of... There's a giant light right there, but... Oh. I guess it is kind of bright. There's a bit more power in that. We are on a bit of a hill. Alright, give it some sand. And here we go, we're getting places. We're going places. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever driven this stretch of track before. Too bad it has to be nighttime and raining when I can barely see it, but whatever. I'm curious to know how much money I've spent on energy usage. I think this is a downhill section, so I don't need too much power. It also looks kind of straight. Alright, so this is flat right here. Can I switch while I'm moving? Oh, I guess I can. Probably not smart to do. I feel like that could easily damage something. Although I'm still at 100% both units. But gotta be conscious of my energy usage. Maybe I should keep it at full power. And screw it, we're going back to full power. I guess it just doesn't let me do it. Unless I just go idle. Why can't I speak? Power in that. I think I've hit full throttle. Getting uphill, although I didn't see how much. Alright, neutral section. There we go, I did that successfully. Now, do I... reactivate the... Did the pantograph fall? No, it's still up. Alright, I guess it just automatically comes back on. It's kind of a long neutral section. I feel like it should be over by now. But the voltage is still really low. Did I do something wrong? Do I have to close circuit breaker and open it back up? I feel like I did something wrong. Or maybe I have to lower the pantograph and put it back up. No, I think I'm doing everything right. I guess this is just kind of a low voltage section. I don't know. I don't know what else it would be, but here we are. We're at the coal power plant. It only took 3 locomotives, but we finally made it. Just bring it to a stop right here. I'm gonna quickly sleep so you can actually see. Then once you got our test run in, now we can have some fun. Alright, so I've given us some stuff. A good amount of stuff. Let's go blow it up. Let's have some fun. And of course, they're just seeing how good the crash model is, you know, just our typical science experiments. Oh, my independent is fully applied. I wonder why we're moving so slow. So I guess this section really does just have lower voltage. We'll make do. And I think we've already hit full power. Yep, we definitely have. Alright, coming up to the neutral zone. I will do the proper thing and disengage the throttle, just so I don't damage it yet, and I can go even faster around the nearest sharpest curve. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna cause mayhem indeed. We're just testing the crash model, you know, just our typical science experiments. I guess Nope, I still managed to do something wrong, even when I thought I was doing it right. What did I do wrong? I don't know. Was I supposed to disengage the circuit breaker or something? Probably. Whatever. Let's just send this thing off a cliff and blow it up. go. Full power. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Alright, come on, we can go faster, I believe in you. We are, well, I guess we have hit the top speed, so we'll just see what happens. That's the whole point of this, right? Just to see what happens. Alright, here comes the slower segment. How do I zoom out? Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Here come the explosions. Kaboom. I guess there isn't really much of a damaged model on the locomotive. Oh well. Check our vehicle health is indeed at 0%, so... But still more explosions. Yeah, unfortunately no damage model, but... You know, we gotta figure that out somehow, right? And sometimes the only way to do that is just to... send it off the rails and blow it up. Alright, so... that's gonna be it for today's video. I'll post a link to the mod below. Really good mod, definitely recommend. I recommend checking it out. I will definitely be using this in my hardcore series in the future. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.